Alright everyone, welcome back to Study Buddy Tutorials. In this video, we'll be talking about SAT Practice Test 1, questions 6 through 10. Just to recap, this is part 2 of our series of SAT Practice Test 1, especially the no calculator section, as you can see here. You can find part 1, which was our questions 1 through 5, linked below. Okay, so let's get started, and we'll recap a little bit about what the test is. Okay, so we know that it's a no calculator section, not be allowed to use calculator. We will have 25 minutes and we will be asked to answer 20 questions. We will also have a total of 25 questions, but in the multiple choice, the difficulty will increase from question number 1 to question number 15, meaning around the 14 to 15, those questions will be a little bit harder than the ones you start with. But when you get to 16 to 20, they're fill in the blank questions, and the difficulty reverses back from easy to hard. And again, here you can find the reference equations, formulas, and stuff. And this is all your like area, all of that stuff. You have your special right triangles. I would suggest memorizing, especially these ones if you don't know. Some of these other volume and areas are rare, but I would still recommend memorizing these. And this here is our conversion. So between degrees to radians, you could use these, and the total number of degrees in a triangle is 180. You should know this as well. Okay, so on our last video we did question number 5, so we're going to go ahead and skip that question here, and we'll go ahead to question number 6. So question number 6 says a pediatrician uses a model above to estimate the height, h, of a boy in inches in terms of the boy's age, a, in years, between the age of 2 and 5. Based on this model, what is the estimated increase in inches of the boy's height each year? So since this is showing that it's a linear relationship, that means you'll have some sort of a linear line. It won't start at 0 like I did in the graph here, because the kid won't be born with 0. Like he's not going to be 0 inches. So here we'll just look at the slope, which is 3. So our answer here is A. Go ahead and circle that and move on. Okay, question number 7. We are given this nice equation here that we all love. The formula above gives the monthly payment M needed to pay off the loan of P dollars at R% annual interest. Okay, so it is basically asking us to solve this for P. So basically we have to rearrange these and solve for P. So we know here that in order to, since this is a division, this is a numerator here, and this is a denominator, we would have to, and it's all being multiplied by P. So what I would do here would be just multiply this out on this side. So our numerator should have this term here, whatever this 1 plus r over 1200 raised to the power n minus 1. So we're going to cross off all the answer choices that don't have this. So we'll cross off answer choice A, and we'll cross off these answer choices, leaving us with B. And let's check if B is correct. B indeed is correct, because you see that the numerator would become our denominator here, and then the denominator here would become our numerator, so it works out perfectly. Question number 8. Question number 8 says, if A over B is 2, what is the value of 4B over A? So, since A over B, oops, let me change my color, sorry about that. So, A over B is equal to 2, that means B over A is a half, and if we do 4 times B over A, which is basically 4B over A, right? So we do 4 times B over A value was a half, we get 2. So the answer choice here is C. Question number 9. What is the solution xy to the system of equations above? Okay, so basically we have to solve this equation. So what I would just do is I would try to combine like terms. You could just plug it in. You guys can pause the video and do this, but either way, if you plug these answer choices in, or you actually solve it, meaning you either eliminate x first. So I'm going to quickly show you. If you eliminate x here, you know that this is -3, so we'll have to multiply this bottom equation by 3. And then we would essentially after doing all of that, we would get the coordinates 3, -8, which is our answer choice B here. Question number 10 is below here. Okay, which of the following is basically we are given that g of 4 is 8. What is the value of g of -4? Since we're given this coordinate, this is g of 4 is equal to 8 is the same thing as saying 4 comma 8. So we'll just plug it in. We know g of x, so 8 is equal to a4 squared plus 24, so 16a plus 24 is equal to 8. And from this, we would get that a's value is -1, and then we just plug it back in, so we'll have -1 x squared, and we are given x as -4, so -1 times -4 squared plus 24, that gives us 16 here, so -16 plus 24, and that gives us answer choice A. Okay, so that's all for today's video. Again, this was question numbers 6 through 10. I'll write it down here. So numbers 6 through 10, test 1, section 3. I hope you like this video. If you do like it, please hit the like button below, comment, and subscribe to our channel. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next video.